Hello, this is SSW coming to you with a new stream, a Saturday stream since I'm off work on this Saturday. So let's see what we can do here. How is everybody? Yes, well, lots of things there must to do. But we're having a good time, aren't we? Okay, that was one viewer. Okay. Okay, one thumb up. Oh, how you doing out in the wire? How's the Great White North? It's hot in here. Oh boy. Well, quite a coincidence out on the wire. Okay. Great. I was thinking about a lot of things. There's a lot of positive things happen in my life. I want to say that by the grace of God, all glory goes to God. That, uh, you know, and so maybe I should do a little bit of a review of videos that I've made before on this stream. I think that would be an interesting thing to do. Since it's summertime. Now, there was one video I made. Men out in the wire. There was one video I made that was really a real. It's like a warning to sharing my insight as to a warning. I think the video that I made an important life lesson. I think it was. That was the video I made that was really good. Yeah, an important life lesson was the name of the video. Now that video was a warning to certain kinds of behavior that could lead to your human being's downfall. I think that was it wasn't about my own experience. I wasn't bitching about my own life. I was just saying, if you do this, there are consequences to that action. That was a good video I did. And what I did say in that video, I think a lot of people learn from, got a comment where I'm going to show this. A guy said, I'm going to show this to my kid, because a lot of people think enjoyed that. Thank you, out on the wire. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was one of my best videos, in my opinion. I don't usually do videos like that, but when I do, it means something to me because I've lived it. And I was literally the one you didn't want to, I was literally the one who didn't care. You know what I mean? I was that kid who just didn't care, and it cost me my freedom for like a couple months. So I know where that's going, and I tried to warn some younger people not to try that stuff with people. You know, I mean, maybe some people will listen. Who knows? It's not like it used to be when, like, you see a kid get beat up. He runs home he runs home and cries to mama. That's been away since the 90s. No, he runs home and goes and gets a gun. Okay, and that's pretty much what happens. So you can't be doing that kind of stuff out here. You know what I mean? And that's what I was trying to say. Andrew Tate said something similar to that, about men. Men value respect and being respected. Andrew Tate said this. And I first want to say that I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate says, okay? Number one, I don't agree with his particular stances on certain things, But there's some things he's right on the money about. For example, he was right when he said that men value respect, and if man is disrespected too much, he's going to snap. And that's true of men and boys. You disrespect a man or a boy for too much, he's going to snap, and that's it. Boy, my views have went down. Talk about, but that was an interesting. Boy, I'm not going to care. But yeah, that's the point. Men value respect. They want to be respected, and they don't like to be. No man likes to be disrespected. No boy likes to be disrespected. Respect is a very valuable thing for men and boys. You know what I mean? So when you disrespect, a man or a boy, in this case, depending on, it could be bad, really bad, especially if you do it to the wrong person. And that was what I was doing with that video, pretty much. What I was doing that video was I was explaining that and hoping that might educate somebody, not to do stupid shit. Yeah. Another great video I did was I would say, being the warrior was a pretty good video. I lost a lot of weight since then, thank God. But I did a great scene, and I did a great kind of combat exercise, like a knife exercise, with that being the warrior. Right here. I sliced like 6 bottles that were like lined up in a V-shaped formation. Being the warrior was a good video. Okay, we got 2 thumbs up. That's awesome. Okay, I've rambled on for a little bit too long. Another video that I liked was that I did was the recent shooting video I did with my I can show it. I still have it with this bad boy. Yeah, yeah, at 30 yards with my extreme power, crossbow hybrid. This thing has a maximum range of 50 yards, but I'm enjoying it. Anyway, point that out there. Never comes out right. Anyway. But yeah. Okay, we got 2 thumbs up. The chat is as cold as an ice box. I hope to do some more videos, in the future. I want to do some more. I've just been busy lately. Haven't had time to produce a lot of content. I had to study. Had to do a lot of this, a lot of that. Had to work. I've been busy lately. But I'll be back. I'm working on something very special. Okay, I got 0 views, 0 views. How nice. YouTube's messing with my algorithms. All right. By the way, I would like to give a shout out to Sherry. Awesome lady, Sherry is. I'll wait. I got all the time in the world. Because nobody's watching. Copyright material. I'm waiting. Oh man, my stream is Oh boy. Oh no. No views, no views. Of course, couldn't say it. Not full energy. What is it? Okay, we got 2 views. 4 thumbs up. That's awesome. And the views fluctuate anymore. I don't think YouTube has much of a future, Iron Man, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? We got 3 views now. Well, we got some good people here. We got 5 thumbs up. Now we're dropping in views again. Tactical pin. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. I'm doing great, Iron Man. Doing great. I'm glad you're doing good. Get cool. Get the cool shoe shine. Many Saints of Newark. Oh boy. Okay. We're here. We're here. Oh boy. All right. I couldn't think of anything. Trying to find up a theme for a stream is a little bit difficult. I'll put a catchy name. You're right. Something catchy. Something that'll catch them. Well, you know what really catches people is I say something on the political side. Okay, I'm about to say something that's been on my mind for a while, and I've been an activist against this in American public schools. It's probably not as much as in British. You probably don't have this problem in British schools, but it's been going on for decades. It's the forced drugging of children, highly addicted narcotics that have been known to cause brain damage, by the way, SSRIs, okay? Now, I was forced on these highly addicted narcotics when I was a kid. And the thing is, I think that and putting these kids on these drugs is dangerous and so true, Iron Man. But the point is here that putting these kids on these drugs is just dangerous. And parents, I'm glad you're seeing through the whole transitioning thing. But you let your kids take highly addicted narcotics because some guy in a white coat told you it was okay, that it was medicine. It's not. This is dangerous narcotics that known to cause brain damage. And if I can say anything that I positive from the experience I've experienced being put on this stuff in public school is the fact that it basically I ensured that one of my nephews, when they tried to do it to my nephew, right, my cousin wouldn't have it, and she said, "Hell no, you're not doing that. Not to my son." I knew because she saw what happened to me. And I'm telling you, these are highly addictive narcotics you're putting your kid on. You know what I mean? This for so-called ADHD, which I don't think actually exists if you actually do the research about it. You know? So true, Iron Man. So true. So do I. But a lot of bad things happen to me. I can tell you that right now. These drugs that they have pushed on children in the last decade have really caused disastrous results. They're highly addictive. They are not medicine, people. They're narcotics. And you know what's funny to me is we talk about how bad drug dealers are. Pushing high, here's the thing: when you're here's what happens if you put your kid on this drug, okay, and you want to take your kid off, well, they'll have to force the state come down on you. It happens. I've seen it happen. Now, if you refuse the first time, then they won't come after you, or they might. I don't know. depends on the situation in America. These are highly addictive narcotics that I would absolutely say no to if I had a kid. I wouldn't allow it. Well, I wouldn't allow my kid to attend public school. So that's just me. You know what I mean? But a lot of parents are doing that now. But I have Iron Man. But if I can say anything to anyone out here, it's like, for example, we talked about this transformer agenda in public schools in America, the so-called transitioning. Okay? Let me explain to you. That's nothing new to me. I saw something like that been going on since the 90s. These drugs weaken your kids. They harm your kids. This is not medicine. These are highly addictive narcotics being pushed on your kids. And I would say that a lot of times these doctors and pharmaceutical reps are 10 times worse than a street pusher. 10 times worse than a guy pushing dope on the street. Because here's the deal with a street pusher. You don't have to buy. You know, you don't have to buy their product. You say no, thank you, and go about your business. But these basically these child psychiatrists, and these people make me sick. You know, and trust me, they deserve to be, put on hung from the highest tree. These child psychiatrists, you know. Yeah. Yeah, well, they have a lot to answer for, Iron Man. They have done a lot. Their agenda has harmed so many children. Not even the Italian mafia would do the things that our own government has done. That's how bad it is. How you doing, Rusty? You know, the Italian mafia would be a better government. La Cosa Nostra would be a better government than the one that we currently have, because they would never harm children or people that done nothing to them. You know, that's saying something. When the Italian mafia would be better than the current government mafia that we currently are under in America, that says something. You know, or the satanic mafia. You know, I usually don't like to get political, but damn, gets the views. You know. Well, usually it's like that, right? If you don't, in America, if you take your kid off the drugs, they accuse you of medical neglect. They send CPS to your door. I've seen, or basically it's like, yeah, it is an offer you can't refuse. It's worse. I mean, I would say that look at Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, you think that's an isolated case? How many powerful people were caught up in that? Come on now. Think I've forgotten about that guy? Yeah. And by the way, he didn't commit suicide. Yeah. We have literally a satanic mafia, a satanic cult running our government. I agree with that, Iron Man. I agree with that. Now, you don't have to completely go off grid. I would just say this, is going off grid is a good idea. I mean, really, it's a good idea. within itself. But what you need to do is just basically do what many parents have been doing in America, particularly. They simply have been taking their kids out of public school. No need for a protest, no need for parent-teacher conferences. No. Simply take your kid out of the public school system. Okay, and that's already happening. Public school enrollment in America is at an all-time low, and it's bankrupting public schools. And that's how you do it. Yeah, I guess so. You're right about that, Iron Man. Well, you can fight back, and even if you're disarmed, you can fight back. There are ways. Trust me, leave on that. Iron Man. Good for you, Rusty. Hope you never had the public school involved in their lives either. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you this. I think public school teachers are the scum of the earth. They should be looked at as lawyers are. Lawyers are a lot nicer than public. Lawyers are basically lawyers are more nicer than than public school teachers. I mean, you could trust a lawyer more than you can trust a public school teacher. I mean, a public school teacher is worse than a lawyer. Worse than a lawyer. In society, we regard lawyers as scum of the earth. I mean, but I think public school teachers are scum of the earth, if you ask me. They are the scum of the earth. Private, but homeschool. Whatever you can do, Rusty. Yep. And I tell this to the public school teachers out there. You are scum. You are scum. I wouldn't want you near my children. Ever. You can take that one to the bank. And you are obsolete. Cyber schools and whatnot. But yeah. Just repeat after me. Public school teachers are absolute scum to never be trusted. Okay. I wonder who's that's going to piss off. And repeat after me. Transformers and the alphabet community are absolute disgusting, degenerate scum. Maybe Iron Man. I'm looking into it. But either which way, I can always get a black powder revolver. And I have these high-powered air rifles. And these repeating crossbows. Anyway, that being said, I found a way to arm myself. There's always a way to arm yourself, Iron Man. Get yourself a repeating crossbow. You'll thank me later. Anyway, That being said, I mean, I usually don't like to go into political spiel, but this isn't even political. I mean, you're messing with people's children, okay? I personally think I don't want anything bad to happen to children. No. After what happened to me, I don't want to see whatever happened to me as a kid happen to any other child again. But it is happening, and it's worse. Much worse. So I'd say get your kids out of public schools, or don't enroll them in the first place. Just don't enroll them. Keep them out. There are plenty of cyber schools out there. Plenty of options for alternative education. Well, I would say Black Powder Revolver is battle ready. Iron Man. That's good for you. Remember what I said. Never trust a public school teacher. They're liars and deceivers. They deceive the parents. They deceive the children. They're liars. And, and many of them tell on themselves on the internet. I have a vision of the future. I want to see public school teachers viewed the same way we now view lawyers. Not in a nice way where they're molding the young minds of the future to be productive citizens, because they're not. Let's be honest about that. No. I want to see them on a scale worser scum than lawyers. Lawyers are scum, but they're not as scummy. They're not grungy scum like public school teachers. So true. Well, there is a guy who makes custom-made the Idahoan. He makes custom-made black powder rifles. He makes custom black powder rifles. Check him out. They're with a modern trigger mechanism, you could say, but still like a barrel, like a muzzle loading kind of stuff, like post-apocalyptic kind of stuff. But yeah, you get what I point. I hope to see the day when public school teachers are viewed the same way we view lawyers, except worse. You know what I mean? I cannot say enough that I have nothing but disdain for public school teachers, and I'm not gonna hide it. You know what I mean? You are scum, okay? Who you work for is scum. I'm not saying that if you quit that job and you saw what was going on, then you're not scum. You're not. But if you're not speaking out against this like John Taylor Gatto did, I mean, come on now. Let me go look. Yeah, so true, Iron Man. That being said, I'm just getting my life together. But I dare someone to leave a comment who's a public school teacher. Oh, I just want you to. I really do. When this becomes a video, I want you public school teachers out there, to leave me a comment and defend yourself and let me know why you're not scum. Please. Because I'm pretty convinced at this point, after everything I've seen, everything that's been exposed, and everything I've experienced, that you are absolute scum. You play nicey nice. You're a bunch of lying scum. You know, I've been wanting to. Maybe I should make a video about this. I did make a video about I don't like public schools, but maybe I should do a video about public school teachers are lying scum. Okay, they're lying scum. They cannot be trusted with your children. They are strangers, and most of them, you know, they're just these woke retards. Okay, I'm sorry, but they are. No offense to retards, but maybe, but you know, you get the point, you know. But they're woke scum. That's the point. Yeah, I just every time I think of public school teachers, I just get pissed off. I hate them. I hate them. Uh, uh, anyway, that's just me. That's just me. Anyway, let's get back to the point. I guess we have some gear. I guess I'm thinking about getting something new in the near future. So look forward to that. You got that right. And now and basically literacy is down. That's not what they're teaching anymore. They're not teaching the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Not anymore. You know what they're teaching. So don't even get me started. Ooh, what I think about public school teachers. I have similar opinions to CPS. Scumbags. Scumbag government workers who steal children. You're worse too. But you go hand in hand, you public school teachers, with that CPS child kidnapping ring. You think I don't know that Epstein was getting some of his kids from the CPS? I know. You know, CPS and child kidnapping rings go hand in hand. Child grooming rings, you name it. So I'm not telling anything you don't already know. You know what I mean? If anybody's been paying attention, that's been worth their salt. They know what's going on. They know that the people that rule us are very depraved people. They're very depraved, depraved people who are just sick things and push sick agendas on everyone else. But God is the ultimate arbitrator here. You've made yourself an enemy of God, and it's only a matter of time before he comes down to pay you a visit. Amen. But for those who are in rebellion against God, those who rule this world, those who rule this world currently, it's only temporary, because once God gets started, see, God is more powerful than any army you got, any nuke you got. One of his angels is more powerful than all the armies of the world. Get out. demon. Anyway, just talking about my life is good, okay? But there are things that still make me angry that are still going on that happened to me. And the fact that it's still going on makes me sick, and it's getting worse also makes me sick. I see this. I see it. Don't like it. The government, child abuse, everything. And I haven't forgotten what they did to me. No, I haven't forgotten. Not the fact that I have a chip on my shoulder. I've been through this, okay? I have a good life, okay? It's not me that I'm upset about. It's the fact that it's still going on. The fact and it's getting worse. And there are children being affected far worse than I was. And that makes me angry. So it's not me. It's not the fact that I have a chip on my shoulder. It's not the fact that I'm like feeling like mad about what happened to me. No. What I'm mad about is the fact that it's happened to other children. The current crop of children out here, and it's getting worse. It both saddens me and angers me at the same time. That's so true. Particularly the people at the top. They're going to be the top of the heap, you could say. Top of the fire heap. Well, thank you, Rusty, but I try not to. I try not to hold a grudge. I really do. Sometimes I can, because holding a grudge doesn't get you anywhere. If I was holding a grudge all my life, I wouldn't be where I am today. All I can do is make sure that it doesn't happen to me again, and I've done that. The only thing that upsets me now is the fact that it's happening to children today. The children are still being abused, and a lot worse today. And what I mean by abuse, I mean by the government. I don't mean by parents or nothing. Hope so. But part of me doesn't want them to be saved, sadly. They have done so much wrong by so many people. I mean, the Italian mafia never did half the stuff that our government has done. I can tell you which group is behind it, but I can't say it on YouTube. Wink, wink. Woo. Yeah. Thanks for the 8 thumbs up, people. I don't like to go into these topics, but they've already. I've already had the system do bad things to me. If they think that they can scare me by terrorist watch list, you've already done bad things to me. There's nothing that you haven't already done to me besides take my life. Okay, I got nothing to lose in that sense. So I'm not afraid. You've already done nasty things to me. I know what you're capable of, but I'm not afraid of you. But God is not. Amen. All right, man. Amen. I try not to hold a grudge. And to a certain extent, I don't think about it every day. I try not to think about it. I try not to live in the past, especially a past that's very painful. But it's hard not to forget. We're lucky. We know. Amen. You know, maybe if I maybe when we all have to face judgment, I like to see my tormentors, just to watch them being judged on the white throne. Thank you, Gracie. Thank you, Gracie. Well, that's not going to happen, Rusty. Trust me. Like I said before, the Italian mafia would be a better government than the one we currently have. Because they're not going to do this. They had strict. I mean, they didn't harm children. I think even Michael Francis said it, and I do follow Michael Francis, by the way, a former mob guy. You know what I mean? He's got a great channel, by the way. He said that they are worse than some of the worst Italian mobsters with what they're doing. They are. They are 4 times worse than the Italian mob would ever be. La Cosa Nostra, they do things that make La Cosa Nostra blush. Things that they would never do. For example, La Cosa Nostra wouldn't go after children. Wouldn't try to harm children. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't have child kidnapping rings. Government sanctioned child kidnapping rings. That would be a no-no for La Cosa Nostra. Now, I'm not saying that that La Cosa Nostra are good people. They're not. But by comparison, you know, I would say this is that compared to the current mafia government we have, I mean, La Cosa Nostra would be a lot better. See ya. See ya, Iron Man. God bless you. Well, thank you. The Italian mob does, but our certain the Italian mob does. Also, the Italian mob have rules about not hurting innocent people. You know what I mean? The government has no such rules. Innocent people and children are off limits. Not so much with our government. It's not so much. 9 thumbs up. That's awesome. And I tell people this. It's like, go just. There's a lot of videos from Michael Francis, a former mobster, and he'll tell you some of the worst mobsters are nothing compared to what our government's doing. Nothing. I mean, nothing. It's La Cosa Nostra. I mean, I think the U.S. government. You know what I'm thinking about? I think the U.S. government needs to stop doing things altogether. Oh, they don't do. Look, I don't. Here's the thing. That's where you got it wrong, Rusty. They do too much, and it's all evil. If they were doing a lot less, but make no mistake, it's not because they don't. Not because they. If a government didn't care about us, they wouldn't care about what we do or anything like that. They wouldn't give it. And they let us live and let live. I mean, but they absolutely hate us. Okay, they do things to hurt us because they hate us. It's not because, if anything else, if anything's proved that they absolutely despise you, the average person. They have nothing but contempt for you. For your children. Well, I'm not lying to you. They hate you. Okay? And everything they have done has proved that they hate you. Okay? Think about how many times you've been screwed by our government. It's pretty bad. You know what I mean? They force drugs on your children. Come on now. They hate you. They unleash criminals to basically harass you and kill you. You don't want to know. Oh, man. All through my childhood, I'll tell you that, all through my childhood, they screwed me. Haven't forgotten a damn thing. You know? I could tell some stories. Nope, they don't. At least not ones they retinally enforce. On the books, they have rules against that. But with the government, it's always double speak. What they do is basically like this. They say they're called Child Protective Services, but they really should call it child kidnapping and basically selling to pedo services is what they should call it. See, the government always has things that sound the opposite of what they do. Everything, all their institutions, from what I can, all the institutions of government that have been set up as of late, they always have nice sounding names, and it's always the opposite. They're always doing the opposite of what the name says they're doing, pretty much. So basically, the government will say one thing and do another. Pretty much. I think everyone can see it now. Amen, Iron Man. Amen. So, when the government says they want to protect your kids, it means they want to do bad things to your kids. So they always say the opposite of what they really want to do. I've noticed that about the government. They always say the opposite of what they really want to do. So basically, it's kind of like, oh, I want to protect your kids. Nah, I want your kids, is what they're saying. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll protect you. Nah, we're not going to protect you. You can trust us. Nah, you can't trust us. That's pretty much what it is. It's always the opposite of what it really means. It's double speak. If I've learned anything about the government, it's this. They say one thing and mean another. It's always the opposite of what they're actually saying. So you always got to basically kind of like always look for the opposite meaning of what they're saying. And then you'll know what they're really about. Child Protective Services, child kidnapping services. Internal Revenue Service. Internal Protection Racket. The acronym ATL. It's always the opposite. That's so true, Rusty East. Well, I still like Mike. I just don't like what he's become. I think he's under the influence of some very bad people at the current. I think he's still a good guy underneath it all, Alf man. But at the current, I don't until he can like throw off the shackles of those very bad people that he's connected himself to, like, and it's so I'm not really angry with him, not at all. It's very sad. I don't think he was doing the things he was doing to me, like treating me like I'm basically like a tag along, pretty much. I don't think that was really him doing that. I think he's under the influence of some bad people. That's what I think. I really wish him well. The point is here, I really wish him well. It's just like he has really fell under the influence of some bad people. And I don't know what to do. I mean, I think he's still a good guy, but I think that he's been, he's being manipulated by some of the new people that are around him. And I've had this happen to me before. I've had this happen to me on YouTube. You know who I'm talking about, right? But I think he has he has a similar situation. He's a good guy and he's being manipulated. And I can't be around him because he's got some bad people around him. I'm hoping that he will be eventually be able to expel those bad people, and when he does, he's welcome back here. Okay, he's welcome back because he still has a friend, but at this point, I cannot be around him with these bad demonic people around him. And they don't like me because I guess it's because I'm a Christian. There was one guy who really didn't. Who had a tattoo on his hand of a pentagram, and he literally said he just didn't want to talk about anything Christianity on that last stream I was on that he was hanging with. So there's some weird stuff going on with Mike. Not the fact that he's the weird one; it's the fact that he's being influenced by some bad people, and that happened with me too, until I broke away from that. But Mike has really fell into it worse than I have, worse than I did when I fell into the void. He's got some really bad people around him, and I still like Mike. He is a really cool guy, but he has really let some negative people influence him, especially against people that have been long-term friends of his. So I hope that answers your question, Alf man. Yeah. Welcome, Alf man. But I can understand where he's coming from. They're probably offering him a lot of things, like money, fame. That's what I was offered. Just basically bid to become a big time influencer. That's what happens when you get a lot of views. Some of these people come in and they don't have your best interest at heart. They're negative people too. Happened to me. Well, yeah, that's the thing about him. He used to be neutral on the God thing, but which I was okay with if he was neutral on that. But the fact is, he's letting a lot of people come into his life that are, I guess, when you're neutral on God, I mean, Satan just comes in. That's how it is when you're neutral on the thing about God. When you basically haven't picked a side of God or Satan. Well, I can assure you, you've already picked a side because Satan's going to come in and influence you at this point. Because you can't be in the middle. It's either God or Satan. That's it. Exactly. Mike has been a good friend, okay? But the fact is, he's under the influence of some very demonic people. I don't want to name names. I really don't. Because it would cause some conflict, and I don't want to do it. But yeah, I pray to God that Mike comes to Jesus. I pray for that. But we came to a well, I'll put it this way. I'm not judging Mike. Um, but I could, but I'm not going to. I know what's going on. It's kind of like YouTube influencers are the new celebrities now. And it seems that you're getting a lot of people similar to the Hollywood crowd coming in to mess with YouTube influencers, promising them fame and fortune. What happened with me? And I think that's what's happening with it's been happening in Hollywood for a long time. I think it's a lot of that, those fallacy and bargains are coming to the internet, and it's not good. Not good at all. You know? Either which way, I'm glad that everyone has enjoyed this stream. Yeah. That is true, but Mike is going back to drinking again. And Mike has had he's easily, I guess it's those dark forces around him are easy to manipulate him because he's going back to drinking, and he was recovering from alcoholism, from the heavy drinking. Um, in his early videos, he was using his hobbies and doing things that are positive, and because he went back to drinking, those dark forces came into his life. I mean, he literally has a stream called the Drinking and Drug Stream. I mean, that's really bizarre. Yeah, 10 thumbs up. That's awesome. Now, I have nothing against Mike. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's going back to his old vice, and that's not good. But we all have our relapses when it comes to addiction. I think it's like not everyone has addictions, but the point is here that people who have them will relapse from time to time. But that's how it is. Man, oh man. Sorry, I'm tired. Now I might just go off air. I'm getting tired. So I'll give everyone a chance to say their goodbyes before I go off air. Oh man, I'm tired. Oh boy. Got a lot of sleep. No. I don't think I can keep this up. Thank you, Rusty. You sure can listen. Amen, Gracie. Good to see you here. We're tired today. Yeah. Time for me to take a nap. And then all right, get our chest to say the goodbyes. All right. Good night, everyone. I gotta go. I'm tired. There will be another stream. I know, Gracie, but I can't keep this up. I worked hard today. I'll be back for another edition. This time I'll do an outdoor stream or something in the backwoods. Anyway, I will see you, everyone. Until next time, God bless you and stand strong in these dark times. Thank you. Thank you, Gracie.